Some magic, man. Hello everyone, welcome back to our weekly modern tournament here at Grey Ogre Games. It's more than modern. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts alongside James.
Wow. I normally get the suit.
Yeah, I know.
Disappointing.
Yeah,
It's just a look of sadness on your face, Mick. Is it because it's
suit.
round 3?
Yeah, the suit. Mr. James Church-Morley. Yeah, Goblin guys. Hey, Mick is back. I am back. Hello. Hello. And so is James. So, yeah.
That's
Does
fine.
anybody call you Jimmy?
No,
No.
don't.
No. No. It's not an English thing, right? It's more of like
it is. You get some gyms in
Jim.
England.
Oh, okay.
I'm not, but it's a different. Yeah, I'm not a Jim. I'm a James.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's the thing. Like, yeah.
It's yeah, no. It's I think it's something
I
you
thought
get when
it's
you're
more
young.
American.
Yeah.
It's more American.
Maybe I think in England, like, it's just sort of like when you're very young, you're like, oh, you know, are you a Jim or are you a James? That's
James.
like definitely the thing.
Right. Okay.
But
But
yeah.
there's not so much in Singapore. I had a friend, primary school friend, whose name was James and was just James all the way.
Yep.
James. Like, I did not know. Well, I did not know of the existence of the Jimmy.
Yeah.
Like how Richard and Dick and William and Bill and stuff like that. Mick is why I even watch this stream.
Wow,
I
shout
met
out.
some of your employees at GP Portland. Is Grey Ogre Games going to be vending again? Yes it is. But I don't know. I don't know when.
I was going to ask you when,
Yeah,
but I
don't
won't
know
now.
when.
I won't.
We'll be in GP Singapore, Goblin guy. GP Singapore, man, come back, come to Singapore.
Already looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Already looking
Are
forward to it.
you gonna play? It's limited, man.
I do play limited.
Yes.
TBD.
Yes.
TBD.
TBD. What do you
TBD.
mean TBD?
It's Ixalan sealed.
Dude.
It's just high variance.
Dude, come on.
I want to. I want to. What I want to do is play like 2 rounds and then go in chaos draft.
Yeah.
That's we'll see.
Right.
I'm not.
Come on. Come on.
Are you gonna play?
Yeah, I signed up already.
Keen.
It's too expensive. Okay. So
How much is it?
120. So it's 120 for nothing of worth,
you get a
nothing
playmat?
worth of value.
Did you get a playmat?
Yeah, you get a playmat. I've got like bajillion of playmats.
They've
all become desk mats at this point.
Boastful.
Yeah.
The number of playmats you have.
I know. Well, I don't have the most. I know people who go for every like games day
Yep.
and they win all the time, and they win the playmat and then they
really?
sell the playmat because they got too many. I have not used my playmats that I won
Really?
from.
I have
way
2
ago.
playmats.
And that's it.
I have GP London,
All right.
which I
okay.
didn't even play in, but I got
You
the
didn't
playmat.
play in?
It's like a portrait of Kaladesh. I have a YCS.
What's a
Well, it's
YCS?
a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament.
Holy
There was
crap.
one of those in Sheffield in the UK in 2011. In September 2011, it's the only Yu-Gi-Oh tournament I played in. It was a sealed Yu-Gi-Oh tournament as well.
Okay.
Incredible, and they
Right.
had an amazing playmat.
Okay.
I've still got it 6 years later. I still
And
use it.
Do you use it?
You
No.
bring it out of the Magic tournament, people think that you suck at Magic.
Yeah.
Really?
You weep,
Yeah,
you weep,
exactly.
You nerd.
Yeah, you gotta. But I've seen the Ixalan game day playmat for the champion. There's like a map. I want that.
Oh yeah.
I'm putting out there now.
That's a
If
treasure map.
if anyone gets one of the Ixalan game day champion mats,
Nah.
hit me up.
Nah,
Hit me up.
I'm like, nah. I prefer characters now. On
I
the
really-
playmat. I used to like just Well, I still like my current playmat, which is just like blue, like a blue starry sky.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
The
You've
first,
seen it,
the first time I came to Groga, and we played in a draft against
Uh-huh.
each other, which was Kaladesh, and you were the first opponent I ever played here.
Wow.
And you had the
okay.
and you
This
had
like
the
blue, deep blue
yeah,
space.
and you had
playmat,
the
right?
you had the playmat, and you beat me.
Yeah.
You
thank
beat me. No,
Thank
you did beat me.
Alright.
I misplayed.
I didn't beat you. You beat yourself then.
No. I misplayed, and you told me that I misplayed after the game. And
Wow,
not like, oh, you misplayed, but like, oh, does that card do that in a way that was like you knew it did that? It was the tap in Kaladesh, the pay energy to deal 1 damage to a creature, and you're like,
yeah,
does it do
yeah,
that? And I was like, awkward.
Man,
That's why.
this feels like you
Yeah,
know,
you didn't know that though, did you? Yeah.
straight, that. Well, to me, it was just a Monday.
I don't. It was actually a Friday.
It was a Friday.
It was a Friday. Yeah, you don't even remember, do you? You don't even remember. Exactly. That's the worst bit.
I'm like quoting stuff from Street Fighter the movie.
Yeah, it's just
to me it was just Wednesday. Oh, yeah.
But Scrawn, the Yu-Gi-Oh playmat is awesome. It has Breaker, the Magical Warrior, on it, which is
I know.
Yes,
I know.
So that's one of the original cards, like Yu-Gi's cards. Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Okay.
If you're at GP Singapore, I'll have it. If you want to come and see it, I'll bring it to GP Singapore.
Sure.
So I can play limited round 1, sit down, open my Ixalan seal pool, be disappointed that I've only got 20 playables in one of the colours, and then in one of the tribes, and then go. So yeah.
Right. We didn't even talk about this game at all.
No, it's so quick.
Yeah. Honestly speaking,
got deep on playmats.
Yeah, exactly. Like I wanna stay on this playmat.
See what's in the playmat.
Like, yeah.
You know, it's what? It's
man, Ikai and Klein must be going like, cause I know the two of them, they like to review the videos. They're probably gonna go back and review the videos and like be thinking, what are Mick and James talking about?
Talking about playmats, guys.
Yeah, playmats.
Ikai, Klein, when you watch this, we're talking about playmats.
Yeah.
You know, Yu-Gi-Oh playmats. It's not even Magic. It's not even Magic. It does look great though. It does look great. I will. Yeah, GP Singapore. I'll take a photo. We'll get it posted somewhere so people can see me and Mick holding
the Magic Breaker.
So Scrawn saying, I've been considering playing Yu-Gi-Oh again. Don't do it.
Really?
Oh no. Oh,
no. It's bad.
Okay,
so I haven't watched.
We're going deep on this, aren't we?
Yeah.
You know.
No, I haven't watched any Yu-Gi-Oh like tournaments recently. I watched Pokemon.
Yeah, I like
that.
So
like I just, out of curiosity, I went to see. Oh, what's the Pokemon scene like now?
It's mad, right?
And it's nuts. How can you draw half your deck on turn 1? Yeah. And then not win the game.
Yeah, it's all like, and because you just sit there when your opponent plays, right, for Pokemon, so people are, they're just going off like Professor Oak is one of, I think it was in the original base set. Yeah. I think it in various formats come around, but it's like discard and draw 7 basically.
Yeah.
So you just
Professor, yeah.
So you're just like, right, well, Time Twister.
Yeah.
Let's go. Like turn 1.
It's free. It's free. There's no resource. You can do whatever you want, man.
Yeah, no, Scrawn saying I play Pokemon when I want to play Vintage. Agree. It is, it is.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a good one.
That's true. I think that is.
Yeah, that is very true. If you like drawing cards, sure, let's play Pokemon.
I mean, I was reading, about. Pokemon, someone's saying like, oh, well, a lot of Magic players don't like it because there's not much interaction, because when it's your opponent's turn,
you can't do anything.
It's your opponent's turn.
Yep.
And then you just like
you're trying to figure out the way to win.
But that means it's so much more important to play on like your turn. So your sequencing is so important, because I think you can only play like one of the supporter cards as well, one of the trainer cards, like a certain type. You can only play one a turn.
Oh yeah.
So it's so important to know when to play that one, and that's how it is. But it's interesting. But yeah, back to the Yu-Gi-Oh. Don't do it. It's such a dark. When I was living in Tokyo 7 years ago, and we played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh because it was so cheap. But it is a dark path. It's just every new set you just need. Oh man, just so expensive. It's just such darkness in the soul. It really is a shadow. It really is a shadow game.
You'd have to start. Yeah, you'd have to start like from the beginning. You'd have to get the cards from the beginning.
Yeah.
Ask for Alex is saying, I normally use my Sensei Divining top playmat from GP Lil. Have you seen that?
I love it.
Oh, I love it. I like it. I like it a lot.
Shout out to someone going to a GP in Europe as well. I like that.
Which one?
A GP Lil. So Lil's in.
Oh yeah. Man, that is.
Shout out to one of our European watchers.
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing you guys are watching. Yeah. Somewhere. It's somewhere in the mid time of day, so you're probably at work.
It's 2 p.m. at home in the UK for me, so 3 p.m. in Central Europe.
Yeah. Scrawn saying I got 3 playmats GP Brisbane from this year. Eternal Masters Force of Will playmat. Whoa, that must be really nice. Yeah.
Got that on a deck box actually. They had like limited edition deck boxes from Eternal Masters that had Force of Will on it, and it is so beautiful. The art.
Just the deck box.
Yeah. Yeah. Just the art on the deck box is so nice.
Yeah.
It's I love it. That's a good one as well.
Yeah.
People put a lot of stock in their playmats. People. Really,
yeah, I know. Like you'd have to. Let us know what playmat you're using, what playmat you like to use.
Do people like using playmats? That's the thing. Like at a tournament, there at a GP, there's like felt or like a tablecloth on the table.
But the tablecloth is
don't love
terrible.
that.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
love
bad.
that.
It's bad. It like if the edges of your sleeves are sharp, like they catch the table.
Yeah.
And that's when like you start fumbling with cards and stuff like that.
And I tell you what always happens. You always like the passive aggressive fight. Whoever gets there first gets to put their playmat on over half the table.
The other half.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you're just like you just get there really quickly and put your playmat down,
and then people dominance.
and then people like around you as well. So you want to spread it out.
Yeah.
Unit's quite tight, and people are like you got the jostling elbows and like. So yeah, you gotta stamp your dominance early with your playmat. Get there, like I've got the.
It's so and that affects your day one. That definitely affects the day one because you go, once you get to day two, then everything's spread out. Like you've got an extra seat between you and your opponent. Yeah, I can put my deck box here.
Yeah.
But again, still, the depth of the table.
Yeah, very
important. I'm gonna
very
establish
important.
dominance. I'm gonna prove to you I am the alpha male, and then put it on over your half as well, and then he puts his playmat over your half.
I'm definitely the alpha male at the table, so it's fine. But yeah, no, I know that it is true. It's I just one more before we will talk about this match, I promise. But they're still shuffling. They're doing a lot of mulliganing. I think Magic people do generally have more chill. Than Yu-Gi-Oh players. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh players, because there's not that much like casual stuff. It's focused on. So there's only two formats. There's like Vintage, which is every card with some restrictions. Then but there's like
and then Steel.
But no. But I guess like the main format, which is like an equivalent to Standard, has every card printed in it.
But with like
but there's a ban list which rotates regularly, and then there's an older format which has a smaller ban list basically.
All right.
So that means that the problem is when you're designing that sort of game, the power creep has to sell more sets. The power creep has to be the driver, not the rotation, which happens in Standard.
Right. Yeah.
So I found that because of that, people are a lot more focused on like competitive play, like having a new deck, having a powerful deck. Yeah. But in Magic, you have like. A lot of people play Commander. I'm not a huge Commander fan, but that's like a lot of way that people express themselves through Magic. Like, I'm going to do something crazy with like my Sonic deck.
Yeah, that's true. Like that's the epitome of like casual, right? Because
agreed. Yeah.
Like I'm going to play the worst cards ever printed in Magic the Gathering, as long as it's probably got like a gold or a yellow symbol. Yeah, I'm going to play that dumb card that costs like 20 mana and like draws me maybe like 100 cards or something like that.
But that's like if you come to Groga Games on a Saturday, a lot of people are playing Commander because it's just something that they do with their friends. It's more like a social event as well.
It's like 8-player, the entire group.
Yeah, I just want to play
10-player Commander.
Yeah. Don't play 10-player Commander, kids. It just takes too long. But yeah, I think that's the main difference. Is I think because Yu-Gi-Oh is a lot fewer way. Right? Yeah, a lot fewer way to like to play. It's focused into that competitiveness, whereas Magic, and I think the other thing Magic has is like drafting. Boom, love it.
Right.
Yeah, that's sort of limited.
Scron saying to be he said something. To be honest, it was about Yu-Gi-Oh players being that's true. Yu-Gi-Oh players often much louder in general. Thank you. Who's that? Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh has more spikes, less chill. That's true. So yeah. Scron saying Yu-Gi-Oh players are much louder. Well, you know what? There's this game that nobody ever plays anymore, which was what's that? Wei Schwartz. Wei Schwartz was this like anime.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Anime card game.
Yeah.
And scantily clad women with very little armor.
Yeah,
and,
brilliant. A real advertisement for the modern man
anime,
playing. For playing TCGs. Yeah.
Very macho. Very macho game. But yeah, man, those guys are loud. Those guys are insane loud. Well, this is my opinion.
Just happy.
But I mean,
just happy.
Yeah, they're very like. Thanks.
It's all beyond me. Outside of Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh, it's all
and Pokemon.
I mean, it's over the head. The Pokemon is incidental, like you sort of see stuff occasionally, but Magic is that's it. I don't stray too far from the Magic part.
All right, okay, let's get back to the game. Let's actually get to the game because we never went there
Game
before.
2.
Game 2 or round 2. Ikai is actually playing what, Affinity?
Yeah, he's on Affinity.
Right, and he's trying to control. Looks like he's trying to control Klein to some extent. That expedition map not going off. Well, yeah. It's a very slow hand. Very, very, very slow hand.
So this is going to be a test of our ability to identify Tron lands.
Oh yeah.
Mick and I were talking earlier about there's so many different arts of Tron lands, which what is what, and we're pushing ourselves to the limit here. So I believe he's got a tower.
Tower and a mine.
I was at mine. I was going to say it's
mine.
a power
That's
plant.
A power plant, yeah.
Oh no!
That was my. Let's go look for it.
Yeah, but
So that is not supposed to be what a mine looks like.
Well, that's
but
debatable.
It is, unfortunately, or maybe it's not a mine. Maybe it's a tower.
Don't think so.
Oh no, there isn't the alternate art here.
There we go. So so we're gonna see.
Yeah, this is the mine.
Yeah.
This is not what a mine looks like, people. Who is this? Anson Maddock. Sir, you have issues, man. No, but it is a mine lah. They're like digging into the tower-ish, sort of. I don't know. It's very hard to tell. Anyway.
Yeah. So Chromatic Star on the battlefield for Klein.
Yeah, Ikai here is just
quite
extremely slow.
Yeah, I was about to say very slow hand. Steel Overseer turn. Looks like it's turn 3, but nothing else to go with it.
Yeah, he's got Arcbound Ravager. I think he's gonna try to just engineer a fast win with with the Nexus. The Nexus, yeah. So he can go like Arcbound Ravager now.
Yep.
Yeah, Arcbound Ravager, get the counter, and then put more counters. And well, it would be ideal if he could activate the Ingmoth Nexus to get even more counters, but unfortunately it doesn't draw land. Okay, so power plant, tower, mine. Does Klein here have a power play? Unfortunately, it doesn't look like, but he does have a Track Tusk. And so it goes up to 25.
Not that good if you're on the if Ikai's on the Infect
game plan. I think he is on the Infect plan. This is Klein's here going to be on a really short clock because there's going to be one extra counter on the Outbound Ravager. Oh man, why did he cast the Ostone? No, this is where you die, sir. Oh no.
So what is Ikai? What can Ikai do? So he's tapped Still Overseer to put a +1/+1 counter on all of his artifacts in play.
Yeah.
So this turn he can animate his Inkmoth Nexus.
Put another +1/+1 counter on the Inkmoth Nexus, so that's one
on everything.
On everything, yeah. So Outbound, the most importantly, how many counters are there on Outbound Ravager? So we're going to be 3.
Yeah. So then he can.
So that's 3. Signal Pass is 4. The Steel Overseer is 5. The Mox Opal is 6. So there will be 6 counters, and you're going to transfer another 6 counters over. That's going to be 8. You need another 2 artifacts here. And ideally, it will be 2 artifacts that will be able to power out the. Oh, okay.
So that's an Ancient Grudge.
Yeah.
So random user 619 in the chat asking, is it artifact removal? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's an Ancient Grudge.
All right. Okay. So activates the Inkmoth Nexus. Yeah, I'm going to put a counter on everyone.
Yep.
And I think he's just going to pass the turn. Or he might just attack with the Signal Pest.
So attacking with the Signal Pest.
Alright, so just for 2 damage. Not of any relevance really.
So he's
you can't block the Signal Pest. Yeah.
Yep. Signal Pest has flying.
So the quote unquote has flying.
Yeah.
So you can't block it unless you have flying or reach.
There you go. Yeah. So
such an annoying. It really is a pest. It really is a pest. Back in the
very strange wording as well. Why not give it flying?
Because
why just not give it flying?
Well, it can fly. It can hover along the ground and hover really fast to get past you, but it can't fly in the air.
We're going. Yeah.
Because a locust trying to block a bird from attacking, doesn't make sense. It'll die.
Yeah. I'm just going to query why doesn't it have flying. I'm going to put that down to
why doesn't it have flying?
Fancy design syndrome.
Yeah.
thinking like, how can we make this? There's niche cases in which this is different from flying. I assume that's why it is, and that's one of them.
It's Elf Rider wording.
Yeah.
That's right. The Sylvanas, the something Edgewalker. I forget what's
Sylvana
it.
Ledgewalker.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have
Because he can't fly.
Yep.
But he can climb really tall buildings and
Yeah.
walk across the buildings,
Wow.
like Assassin's Creed style.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. So Oblivion Stone is gonna.
Oh wow!
exile.
Okay, so second Oblivion Stone. Oh man, this is where, you see, this is where Ikai played wrongly. Like he was supposed to keep the mana up for the
Nexus.
For the Nexus, yeah.
Unfortunate. Is he gonna get punished here?
I don't know. I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
So Ancient Stirrings. So Klein's gonna look at the top 5 cards of his library and reveal a colorless.
Oh man, colorless, yeah.
Colorless or
the-
colorless or land. No, just a colorless card.
Yep.
But you get lands because lands have no color.
Yep, that's right. Unless it's Dry Arbor.
Very confusing for new players. Why does my forest have no color? It's green.
You see, this is where it all went wrong. The Mox Opal is also supposed to be destroyed, by the way. I'm gonna let them know.
Yeah, so Mick, our resident judge, is going to go and let Ikai know that his Mox Opal is no longer living, sadly. And Ikai counting, I think he's counting if he has enough damage to deal, but yeah, you see the hand of Mick there telling him that yes, Mox Opal is gone. Yeah, dry bomber, the good old if I don't move it to the graveyard it doesn't die play. I think it's I'm an Affinity player and I've never seen 0 artifacts apart from Mox Opal on the battlefield before. So I forget about the second clause on it. I think that's more likely, isn't it?
That's the one. All right, so Master of Ethereum here. How is he getting the colored mana though?
Oh,
Master of Ethereum is 3, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, sorry.
So resident judge Mick going back again. So bringing up Master of Ethereum on the stream. So it's 2 and a blue, power and toughness equal to the number of artifacts you control, and other artifacts get +1/+1.
No, he was supposed to eat the Inkmoth Nexus. Well, anyway, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, so Klein's now landed a Khan. That seems pretty good.
It.
That seems pretty good.
That's it. That's the way this game is gonna end. Okay, so Ikai made like fatal error, which is basically doing all your stuff main phase when you can actually do it at instant speed. So there was the mistake. Let's see whether Klein can okay, so he identifies, yep, that's the threat. That's where I need to take out my aggression on. And I think this is game over for Ikai.
So
yeah.
off to game 3.
So this is where the mistake was. I mean, like you didn't expect that your opponent would have a second what do you call it?
Oblivion Stone. They never see the second one coming.
No, but they'll always have like outs. So when you're so far ahead in the game, like the one thing that you need to ask yourself is, how do I lose this game? Like and sometimes we just forget. We forget how, we just forget that, oh, I can lose this game because my opponent has XYZ draws. And so yeah.
Yeah, Ikai it seemed like he was definitely setting up for the next turn, where it was going to be a one-shot kill.
No, but that's the thing. Like, I don't think you need to. Especially, I don't think you needed to attack with the signal pass. That's where the problem came from. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because with the signal pass, okay, so the thing about it is that, with or without the signal pass adds another. You're gonna sacrifice it anyway, right? So you could swing in. Technically you could swing in, get the trigger from the Signal Pass, then start sacrificing everything, and then put it all on the Igmoth Nexus. You win anyway. But Klein here had the Oblivion Stone. Just
yeah.
Oh
so,
well.
So Dry Bomber saying Tron is a control deck. How do you feel about that statement?
No.
Don't
Sorry.
Don't think so.
Sorry, Goblin Guy. That is not a. They take on the control role in this case, but it's not a control deck. There is control Tron. There is like mono blue Tron that is like pure hard control. Blue white Tron that's pure hard control. Generally, we want to talk about Tron as a combo deck. You wanna look at it as a combo deck because you're looking for pieces. You're looking for very specific pieces in your deck that will enable fast mana on turn 3 and turn 4. So yeah.
Okay.
I mean that's my opinion. You're not wrong. Just that I'm more right.
It's different interpretation of control. I think when people say control, they think of a blue deck that sort of counters the first 2 spells, plays a wrath effect, and then plays something like if I take it back to Return to Africa, an Etherling, or some sort of Sphinx or some sort of flying thing that can't be killed, and then they take over. They leave you with very little. Very few outs and just take control and attack you 4 times with a big creature. I think the Tron deck is slightly different.
Tron is slightly different. Okay, so Goblin Guy was saying blue white 12 post was a control deck. It's what I was referring to. Big mana. Okay, so big mana lends itself to control. Generally, if you got more mana than your opponent, you can do more stuff. You can interact with them a little bit better. But the idea of control is we need to think of it, or we should be thinking of it in terms of what my role in the game usually is. Sometimes Tron generally wants to just go turn 3 Khan. That's it. That's all it wants to do. That's and then turn 4 Ugin, and then you can't do anything on top of that. That's generally what it wants to do. It doesn't always get there. Whereas control is basically, you've got more pieces to play with. You're not looking for that single linear way of getting to where you need to be, of controlling the board. Like Tron gets there because I have piece A, B, and C. I've got the Tower Mine and Power Plant. And then I get control of the board.
Yeah. So we're going to see a Signal Pass for Ikai here, and then a Expedition map for Klein.
Yeah, this was what Ikai was missing. He was missing the
Darksteel Citadel.
Yeah, Darksteel Citadel last game. That would have won him the game that turn itself had he drawn it. All right, Memnite, cranial plating, and pass the
cranial
turn.
plating.
Okay,
here we go.
So this is going to be a fast one. Yeah.
So that's Lanwell Wastes for Klein. Going to sacrifice.
No, Klein's one turn behind. He's not going to assemble Tron until turn 4.
Right, so that's a mine.
Yeah.
You think that's a mine?
That's a power plant.
That's a power plant. Well, one in 3.
1 in 3.
1 in 3. The worst thing is I have all of these lands. I have all of the Urza's lands, like on my desk at home, like in all of the arts, and I just don't know what they look like. It's quite embarrassing.
Is this the antiquities one?
Yeah, I've got
them.
I've got them Japanese. I've got them Japanese antiquities.
I believe this should be. Oh, where is it?
No.
Oh no.
So.
Oh, I'm mistaken. I am sorry.
So Ikai, Arcbound Ravager, cranial plating on the Signal Pest, and that's gonna get that's 8 damage, climb down to 12.
Oh, it's not the power plant. It is power plant.
It is power plant.
Right.
So was I right? No, I said mine, didn't I? Still wrong. Still wrong.
No, but it's not power plant. How come the art's different? I forget where this art's from. Right.
So Klein's what does Klein need here?
The last Tron piece. Okay, so he's probably gonna cast. Okay, it's not a good idea to cast the O-ring now. Okay, because your opponent, you saw last game that your O-ring was cast one turn early and it got broken down with
The Ancient Grudge.
Yeah, with an Ancient Grudge.
Yeah.
What you need to do now is to hold on to the what you call it, the power plant. Okay, yeah, Sylvan Scrying. Look for that last piece, yeah, because you want to just drop that power plant. You want to drop the power plant. Yeah, so that is mine. No, that's not mine. Is that Urza's mine?
We should require everyone to have uniform Urza's lands before they play on camera.
That's not mine. Is it? No, that's not mine. That's power plant, right?
Next week, anyway. Next week there'll be and that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, Master of Ethereum.
Master of Ethereum comes down, and that's game so quickly. That's turn 4.
Yeah.
Turn 4 kill.
Well, I've seen what you call it? I've seen the deck do
quicker.
Yeah. It's insane. I mean, this deck is legit.
Yeah.
Legit.
And Klein was, so excited for the possibility of finally going 3-0 in a modern tournament tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It looks like he's going to be coming back next week and trying again.
I was like,
but, great.
I'll do it again.
Great effort though. With the green-black Tron deck that's been picking up a lot of steam.
He's been championing this deck for quite a while. I don't think anybody else.
I've seen I think it's getting a bit more popular on Magic Online.
Yeah.
I think the ability for the green to Sylvan Scrying, the Ancient Stirrings,
and then the black. Well, the black is generally for
Fatal Push.
That's it. Full stop. Collective Brutality.
Yeah. So those two cards, but they're very powerful.
Yep.
And harkening back to our earlier debate, relatively new cards that were adopted fairly quickly in Modern.
Yeah.
So yeah. So just before we go, Mick, two minutes question.
Right. Yeah.
So last week I asked you about Opt in Modern.
Okay, so what's the new
modern ban list?
Modern ban
What
list.
can come back?
Bloodbraid Elf.
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Colligan's Command.
Oh, come on.
Bloodbraid Elf cascading into Colligan's Command.
Oh, that'll be so good.
It just sounds so bad.
No, that'll be so good.
So good.
Yeah.
It depends. If you're cascading Bloodbraid Elf into Colligan's Command, it can be very good. If you're the person sitting across from you on the table.
No, why?
Yeah. What else do you like?
I don't know. I actually...
people on the internet like Jace the Mind Sculptor.
It's tough. Jace is tough because that's like crazy card advantage. That's crazy.
But
crazy
turn
card.
4.
Turn 4, yeah, sure. I mean, like modern games. Well, I don't know.
I think the myth that Vintage, Legacy, Modern are fast formats. Yeah, that's true to a certain extent. But we've watched some games that go incredibly long.
Yeah,
and having a Jace, just I guess not even the brainstorming, but the fate sealing is the thing. It's the worst feeling of just being like never being able to see the top card. Like your opponent's seen the top two cards of your library and has given you the worst of them.
Who uses Fate Seal? Like,
but that's good though. It's better than the brainstorm.
No, the brainstorm is so much better. Draw a card. Brainstorm plus fetch land equals to heart. Giant heart. Like I don't understand.
The fate seal is the ability.
No.
But Jace maybe. I was thinking. Umazal's Jite. Too much?
Man,
too powerful. You have to deal damage. You have to deal combat damage.
Do we have what's that? Stoneforge Mystic in the format?
Stoneforge Mystic isn't in the format.
Okay, then Jit is probably okay. Jite is probably okay.
Jite would ruin aggro decks. Would it?
Yeah.
Would it?
Well, no, that's the thing. Like, I mean, the aggro decks.
Put it on a 1-drop creature that gets fatal pushed.
Well, so if you're looking for, I guess if you're looking for, all those like token, generate like a butt ton of tokens, even GTA won't be able to generate enough value. Like you have to cast it. It's 3 mana to cast?
It's 2 mana.
2 mana cast. 2 mana cast to 2 mana to equip. Like it's going to take too much time for you to get set up.
Maybe Luminos in the chat saying maybe Stoneforge Mystic.
No, cannot. No, cannot. No such thing. Like you might not be wrong. Luminos 2002, you might not be wrong, but I'm a lot more right than I think you are. Than you might think that you are. But yeah, Stoneforge Mystic is just too much of an enabler. Like right now, okay, Better Skull is so problematic. Even in the Blue Moon deck, Better Skull was just so brutal. And now you wanna, just to make it Jeskai, sure. You're gonna get your Better Skull and then bounce it and then cast another Better Skull and bounce it. Oh man, no.
So the conclusion is nothing, maybe something. It's difficult.
Golgari Grave Troll.
Absolutely not.
Why?
They've already tried it. They've already tried it. Interesting, Luminos. They should ban Stoneforge, unban Stoneforge, and ban Batterscar.
No, but because there's gonna be even more. There's gonna be better equipment. There's gonna be 100 times better equipment.
It does limit them from ever making a super good equipment. Again, to a certain extent,
Yes.
you can't make anything better than. I guess the things you go to are swords.
Right.
Next, presumably Sword of Fire and Ice, Sword of Light and Shadow are the other things you get with Stoneforge Mystic when you can't get Batterscar.
Yeah, but those are still also potentially very backbreaking. Was that the last round? Yes, Fear of Age. That was the last round. Unfortunately, we are going to go off for the night. Well, yeah, I'm seeing here with James who are answering questions. Ask us anything. Well, maybe next week you can do the Ask Me Anything.
The week after.
The week
after. Yeah. We'll take audience questions.
Yeah.
That's ambitious. Maybe we should have caveated that by saying within reason.
within some reason, right?
Like, we reserve our right to not answer a question.
What are you wearing?
Clothes.
Dang.
I can answer.
All right, we're gonna call it a night. Thanks for joining us. I know MTGO is down, but it's gonna be out very, very soon, so you can go about your lives enjoying yourselves. Mick, why are flights from Southeast Asia to Singapore so expensive? I don't know, Goblin guy. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's in Thailand. Somewhere in Thailand.
He's in Thailand. I read that as Seattle, and I was like, because it's 18 hours. But Southeast Asia, yeah, can't you fly like Scoot or something?
Yeah, you can do it. You can fly like Tiger Airways or Scoot.
A million different flights.
Air Asia, so they from Southeast Asia to Singapore. I think Southeast Asia to Singapore is cheaper than Singapore to the rest of Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
I've seen, that's generally the case.
But they've got to get home at some point as well, so they've got to do that flight. The other way around.
Yeah. So what one of my businessman friend does is that he bought an open ticket to to Vietnam.
Okay.
Is it Vietnam or Cambodia? Vietnam. So he bought an open ticket to Vietnam. So he flies to Vietnam and then he buys the return trip from Vietnam to Singapore and back to Vietnam. Like a holiday, quote unquote, and that's cheaper than buying from Singapore to Vietnam.
That sounds like that's actually a real thing.
That is a real thing,
and that's quite depressing.
That's why he does. And
they've stopped people doing that in America, haven't they? Of buying like return flights and then not getting on the second flight. Or I don't know how you can stop it.
No, you don't buy the return. No, he gets on the second flight. Okay. He goes back to Vietnam because he has to visit Vietnam like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. I just stay at Bangkok with my relatives. So I'm sorry. But Bangkok is awesome.
I was about to say, Bangkok sounds...
It's great food, like cheap massages.
No comment.
I don't know. I don't drink, but I'm
I haven't been. It's on my list of places to go next year. I've been to other places in Thailand. We went to Koh Samui and
Koh Samui, okay.
Yeah, and Phuket, which I know is not how you say it.
Phuket,
something like that. Yeah, Phuket. I don't know.
Clap, man.
The slow clap. Hey. That's how I say it. But yeah.
All right, we're gonna call it a night. Thanks for joining us. Remember, you can catch us every week, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Not in Phuket, but in Singapore. Twitch.tv/Grey Ogre Games. If you missed the stream, just head on down to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Grey Ogre Games. We do record all the shows. What was I going to say? Right, you can find out how you're going to take part in the invitationals. Just head on down to greyogregames.com. And last but not least, do listen to our partners, the Power 9 Podcast at power9podcast.com. All right, myself and James, we're going to head out. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.